This is Strider Part 2. Ukapi, Ukapi, Akaputama. I'm going to be throwing raw jab palms at him a lot. I keep on doing that because I'm not getting punished, and it also hits his wheel kick. If he goes into wheel kick, or if he does a raw EX change of direction. So I mean, it's okay. I mean, as long as he's not hurting me, I guess it's okay to keep doing that. Here he punishes me with his EX wheel kick. If he doesn't space his wheel kicks properly, you can punish all of them with a crouching fierce punch combo. You can't get crouching fierce punch into EX palm because usually after you block the wheel kick, it pushes him far enough out so that EX palm won't combo. But you can get crouching fierce punch into LP fireball or crouching fierce punch into LP palm. Look at this backdash right here. Abel's one of those characters that backdashes a lot. Every good Abel that I play backdashes a ton. So it's probably something that a lot of the characters that don't have a strong reversal have in common. You know, all the characters without a DP, they all use a lot of backdash, except for me. I don't know why I don't backdash. Yeah, backdashing does relieve a lot of pressure when you're looking at Goken's offense. Backdash takes a lot out of his offense. So, you know, you may want to look into some option selects that you can use against characters, or a lot of times just plain old letting the EX demon, or just letting the demon flip go into slide will handle backdashes, or sweeping people as they get up. The sweep stays out long enough to hit backdashes, stuff like that. Oh, this is kind of funny. He hits me with the wheel kick, and I go ahead and try to punish as if I had blocked it. He walks into it. Yeah, he gets me with this over and over again. Step kick into tornado throw. I kept on. I think I fought another Abel that got me into the habit of countering after step kick, and I just couldn't break the habit in this set. Every time he step kicks, I would go for counter right afterwards and get tornado thrown. It just kept happening over and over again. There, I do tend to do a lot of counters during his attacking strings because they'll have little breaks in them, and the counter will come out. Oh, I remember. That round cheesed me off. I hate it when somebody's got, like, no life at all and they kill me. Ugh. In fact, now that I think about it, throughout this entire set, I was emotionally distressed. I don't know what it was. Something really bothered me today. It wasn't Strider. Strider's cool. It was something that happened, and I was getting really mad every time I would miss a move or, you know, whatever. So I started focusing on something that actually kind of helped me out. I'm a very competitive person, you know. I mean, I think everybody that plays Street Fighter really likes to compete. Something that people who compete really well usually have in common is the ability to compete under pressure or under stress, or, you know, be able to focus and get that other stuff out of your head. A lot of times you'll focus on something that happened, and a couple of more things will happen to you afterwards because you're sitting there cursing at yourself, and he gets another 2 hits because you were completely distracted. One thing that I focused on during this set, because I was in a bad mood or whatever, I started thinking about competing against the stress, seeing it as taking taking it as a personal challenge to um, not distract myself by going, oh, I can't believe that happened, or blah blah blah. Controlling your emotional state is uh, God, it's really important when you're playing Street Fighter, when you're performing. Uh, no matter what it is. Controlling your emotional state is really important. I feel like I improved a lot in that regard during this set with Strider. Um, Again, not because of Strider or anything that had to do with the game, um, but pushing the stuff that was bothering me out of my head in order to focus on the game. Um, I feel like I'm able to do that a little bit better now because I have a different mindset where it's concerned. When I started taking it as a personal challenge to stay focused, um, and realizing that that was the most important thing that I needed to do. The most important thing that I needed to do was not land the combo, or defend the jump in, or you know, execute the ultra. That's not the most important thing. The most important thing I needed to do was maintain my focus. When I started thinking about it like that, the missed moves weren't so frustrating anymore. I had something else that I was doing, um, and I feel like I was succeeding at it. So it started to really help me out later on, and perhaps concerning myself primarily with maintaining focus rather than executing whatever little plan I had. Um, Perhaps what that did was also remove execution from my mind. You know how if you're not thinking about it, you execute flawlessly. But as soon as you start thinking about it, simple little things like tying your shoes or doing a dragon punch, those things all of a sudden can become very confusing because you store them in a different. Once you've committed something to muscle memory, it's stored in a different part of your head. Um, when you bring it into focus again in your primary consciousness, it's not it's it's harder to do. Uh, so perhaps maintaining focus on something else that was easier for me to think about um, removed the a lot of my execution errors because I was no longer thinking about performing fireball motion or the DP motion. I feel like I have a lot of time to talk about this other stuff because really, like I said at the beginning, the match isn't very complex. Um, you know, Abel really wants to knock you down. Once he knocks you down, he wants to mix you up with his roll. Um, once you knock Abel down, you want to mix him up with your demon flip. So you can see like the every round is just back and forth the same thing over and over again. Not a whole lot of fireballs, one here, one there. But really, one of the things that happens the most when you fight against Abel is a lot of walking back and forth.